All right, let's take this across to other guests as well. Suhel said it's a wake-up call for the industry. And when you see information like this, 2 years it takes to build 14 vehicles, several thousands or hundreds of crores of orders come in, but they are not fully implemented on ground. There are just so many lapses, including, of course, misleading the stock exchanges as far as their defaults, their debts are concerned, that, there are serious questions that emerge because a company which was dealing with this scale of, production, it was reasonably successful in its initial years, but just look at what's been going on inside.
So there are a couple of things that are happening. Number one, and the media included, perhaps not you, you have glamorized the whole world of startups. So they seem to be in an elevated sense of self-worth. They believe they're the next best thing to slice bread. And they've always behaved that way, most of them. Number one. Number two, where is the fiduciary responsibility? And the reason why it's missing is there's a perennial love affair between the VC, the PE, and the founders. These are the so-called sexy businesses. And, they don't want anyone to touch them. Oh, please leave us alone. We are the new kids on the block. With the result that what happens is when you start chasing valuations and sacrifice values, this is the kind of nonsense you see. Gensol is emblematic. It's symptomatic of the larger malaise. So what you will do is, it'll be operation successful, patient dead, because you won't weed this whole thing from its roots. You will again do, what I would call prescription-based medicine rather than surgery. The tragedy is that this is not new to Mohandas Pai or to Peruz or to the other gentleman, Mr. Loona. Everyone knows this. We're all in the business community. We know the racket that is going on by and large in a lot of places. What do the founders do? They take money from investors, mostly VCs and PEs, who get free money from America, almost free. They plow it here. The first thing they do is they enrich themselves. Haven't you read about a gentleman who does UPI kind of businesses? I don't want to name people. What did he do? He bought himself a bungalow in Amritsar, Shergill Mark. There's another person who does delivery of, food, who bought himself a Lamborghini. I'm not begrudging them that. Let your company first make profits. Then
you don't even need to name them. Suhel said you don't even need to name them. I think our viewers would have figured out who they are by now.
That is for your viewers.
Yeah, but
see, the point is we all know, but we were all quiet. You know why?
Right.
It's very important not to scratch anyone's back in this country. When Piyush Goyal made the point, I added by saying that I believe 80% of Indian startups are rackets. And I didn't mean it to vilify startups. We are all proud of our startup universe. The Prime Minister created Startup India. We are proud of the fact that young people today are not looking at
Well, absolutely. And if the startups succeed, it's good for society as a whole. There are jobs, there are several other aspects of economic activity. But yes, there cannot be violation.
But the thing is, Madhav, you cannot have startups being a law unto themselves.
Absolutely. There is no two ways about it. There is no two ways about that.
It has destroyed the sanctity of the startup universe. So these blokes, these two chaps, have actually created a destruction of the confidence that people
have. But that's why I want to bring in Mr. Loona on this, because Mr. Loona, thankfully the SEBI has latched on to this. Whether the SEBI should have caught on earlier or not, I'm not getting into that. But what happens from here on? Do you think that this is a fit case for our central agencies, say the CBI, the ED, etc., to investigate, given the scale that we're talking about? It's about hundreds of crores at least from what we are going by. That appears to be the scale of the scam at the moment. Mr. Loona.
Well, you see, all the activities which you have mentioned, certainly under the SEBI Act, they are the manipulative and fraudulent practices. Certainly, and there are certain actions which, of course, the forensic audit, which has been ordered by SEBI, that forensic audit may bring out new facts which are not available as of now. SEBI is yet to take up the entire investigation, because these are all the findings or observations made based on the preliminary data or information which they have gathered from the company itself. Now really the process will start, because this interim order basically is a show cause notice to the company and the promoters. They will be required to come back to SEBI and put their position before SEBI. Based on that, the SEBI will pass the order, which will be again either confirming this order or modifying this order. And I mean, one can easily see, for instance, if you look at the violation like this at ADA and PFC's conduct letters, they were the forced letters. Obviously, it is not only SEBI action, it is a criminal act. So
Yes.
the CBI and the
So
other
perhaps
criminal
criminal action
agencies
should follow. That's a very important point you're making. I want to bring in